Good morning, dear students. So, last class we studied about solid state. In solid state, solids are generally classified into two types: crystalline solid, amorphous solid. Again, the crystalline solids classified into four types, that is ionic solid, covalent solid, molecular solid, and metallic solid. Again, we know that what is unit cell, what is crystal lattice, what is lattice point, and what are different types of crystal systems, and what are different unit cells. And among the unit cell, we have also discussed what is what is the cubic crystal system, and this cubic crystal system classified into three types, that is simple cubic, face centered cubic, and body centered cubic. And also we have calculated how many number of atoms present in each unit cell. So in this way, by knowing this number of atoms in unit cell and how these constituent particles are arranged in a unit cell, we can also derive what is the formula of a compound. So actually in the unit cell is the repetition, the crystal lattice, the repetition of unit cell. So what is present total in the crystal lattice, that is also present in the unit cell. So in this way, what is the formula of unit cell? That is also the formula of the crystal lattice. So one question is there. So an ionic compound is made up of atom A and B, has a face-centered cubic arrangement in which atom A are at the corners and atom B are at the face centers. What is the formula of the compound? So suppose this is the unit cell, it has face-centered cubic structure. So atom A, these are present at corner. So the contribution of particles towards unit cell which is present at corner, that is 8 into 1 by 8, 1. So for atom which is atom R at corner, so atom A is present, one atom is present in this unit cell. So here 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8, so all total 8 into 1 by 8. So atom A, number of atoms A in unit cell, that is equal to 1. Similarly, atom B, how many number of atom B are present? If we consider about this atom B, so in this way actually there are 6 faces. So as there are 6 faces, and one face has one particle is present at this center of the face, it has contribution that is equal to half. In this way, atom B, number of atom B per unit cell, the number of atom B per unit cell, 6 into half, that is equal to 3. So number of atom A is 1, number of atom B is 3. In this way, the formula is A1B3 or AB3. So the formula of the compound is AB3. In this way, if any type of question given, you can find out how many number of atoms present. If it is present at corner, whether it is present at edge center, whether it is present at face center, or whether present at body center. In this way, you can find out what is the formula of compound. Next come to another portion of Next come to another portion of this chapter, that is what is the relation between this nearest neighbor, what is the distance between this nearest. So in different unit cell, what is the relationship between nearest neighbor distance, edge length A, and radius of atom for pure elements. In here we are discussing about only the cubic crystal system. Suppose this is the simple cubic crystal. So in this simple cubic crystal, you know particles are present, whether the given for pure elements, that means atoms are present. So particles are present at here. So the distance between the nearest neighbor means what is the distance between from the center of one atom to the center of another atom? So actually when these are closely packed, means the size here it becomes like this. So when these are closely packed, look here, no overlapping. So when these are closely packed, what is the distance between center of one atom to the center of another atom? So this distance is known as nearest neighbor distance. Okay, so that means D equal to A. So for simple cubic system, for simple cubic system, so D equal to A. So A is the edge length of cube. So D is the distance. That is the D, distance of the nearest neighbor means distance between center of two atoms which are closely packed. If two atoms are closely packed, then what is the distance between center of these two atoms? That is known as distance of nearest neighbor. So in this chart, the cube is arranged. So its length is A. So this length A. All these cases are the A. So in this way, from this to this is the diameter. So diameter equal to A. As the diameter equal to A, in this way radius equal to A by 2. So for simple cubic system, D equal to A and R equal to A by 2. Similarly, now let us consider for face-centered cubic. So for face-centered cubic, when we consider for face-centered cubic, that means how these are arranged. Look at here. Suppose this is a cube, and when these are closely packed means one atom is here and one atom present here, one atom present here. So pure atom is given. That means it consists of only, as it is pure element given, so it consists of only one type of atom. That means as it consists of one type of atom, all have same, all the spheres, all the particles have same radius. As all the particles have same radius, so when these are arranged, one is arranged like this, one atom is arranged like this, and another atom that can be arranged like this. So if we consider the center, and this is the part, and this is another atom is there. So what is the distance between from here to here? Okay, and half of the distance between these two, this is known as the nearest neighbor. Half of the distance from center of one atom to center of another atom, this is known as the nearest neighbor. And what is this value? So this is D. So this value equal to D. Look here, if we consider about this is a triangle, suppose this is 1, if we consider like this is the face centered element, and this is the corner element, and this is the corner element. So to this I have written like this. So this is the corner element and this is the corner element. And what is the distance? Suppose this one is the center and this one the center, this one the center. So from here to here, what is the distance between this? This distance is known as the nearest neighbor. The diameter is known as the nearest neighbor distance. And what is this value? Look here, if it is R, so if it is A, and if it is A, then from suppose this is A, B and C, and this one D, then what is the distance? B and D. So B and D, BD equal to A What is the distance of this BD? So this the distance of BD equal to BC square. Look here, BC square plus BD square. BC square plus BD square. Sorry. CD square. So BD equal to BC square plus CD square. In this way, this is A square plus A square. BD square equal to BC square plus CD square, or A square plus A square, or BD square equal to 2A square, or BD equal to root 2A. So this BD equal to root 2A, from this to this distance is equal to root 2A. Then what is the nearest neighbor? Then the nearest neighbor is root 2A by 2. So from this to this, this is the distance, nearest neighbor distance. So in this way, D equal to root 2A by 2, or I can write A by root 2. So for FCC, D equal to A by 2 root 2, and R equal to A by 2 root 2. Okay, now it is clear. Next come to what is the nearest neighbor. So for simple cubic system, this one. For FCC, this one. Next come to what is the nearest neighbor distance for BCC. So in BCC, the particles are present. Look here, in BCC, the particles are present at the corner of the cube and center of the cube. So these are present at the corner of the cube and at the center of the cube. In this way, when we consider about the close packing of this, that means these three, that the center atoms should touch to these two corner atoms, these two corner atoms, these two corner atoms. In this way, when we consider about the nearest neighbor, then we have to join these points. So the distance between from this point to this point, this is known as its nearest neighbor distance. The distance between center of this atom to the center of atom which is present at the body center of this unit cell, the corner units, the corner atom, the center of corner atom and the center of body center atom, this distance is known as nearest neighbor distance when these are very close. That means, suppose we consider this. So if we consider, look at here. So this one is one triangle. Again A, B, C, and this one D, and again I have written E here. Look here. So this one A, B, C. This one is a triangle, and again if we consider about ACE. Now this ACE also forms one triangle. Look here. A, C, and E. This also one triangle. And what is the value of AC? That you know. AC, as this one is A and this one is A, as this length is A, this length is A, this one is AC, is root 2A, AC, that is root 2A, and CE, that is equal to A. In this way, AE. What is the value of AE? So AE square equal to AC square plus CE square. So AC square means 2A square plus A square, that is equal to 3A square, or AE equal to root 3A. So this AE is known as root 3A, and at the center, half of this distance is known as nearest neighbor. Then for this, D equal to root 3A by 2. And what is the value of R? R equal to root 3a by 4. I think now it is clear. So for BCC, this one. So for BCC, D equal to root 3a by 2 and R equal to root 3a by 4. Root 3a by 2 and root 3a by 4. Okay, so in this way, this is the BCC arrangement, this is for FCC arrangement, and this is for simple cubic arrangement. You can find out what is the relationship between nearest neighbor distance, edge of unit length A, and radius of atoms for pure elements. Next come to another term that is known as your packing fraction or packing efficiency. And packing fraction and packing efficiency. So what is packing fraction and packing efficiency? So the percentage of total space occupied by the particles is called packing efficiency, and the fraction of the total space occupied is known as packing fraction. So the percentage of total space occupied by the particles is known as packing efficiency, and the fraction of total space occupied is known as packing fraction. Actually, in the unit set, if the atoms are arranged, then some space are there, some empty space are there, and how much empty space are there, and how much space are occupied by these particles, we can calculate by this. So this packing fraction equal to volume occupied by particles divided by volume of cube. So volume occupied by particles by volume of cube. In this way we can determine. Okay, let us consider one by one. So first for simple cube. You know, so first for simple cube, and you know for simple cube your A equal to D, and that is equal to 2R. That is equal to 2R. A equal to 2R. Next, a number of particles per unit, number of particles per unit cell, that is equal to 1. Number of particles per unit cell, that is equal to 1. So in number of particles per unit cell equal to 1. Then, and this particle or this atom is generally considered as a sphere. So if we consider it as a sphere, then volume of spherical particle is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this is sphere volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, which r is the radius of the particle. That may be an atom. Generally for pure element we are considering, that is for atom. So 4 by 3 pi r cube. Next, A equal to 2 1. So volume of unit cell, that is equal to A cube, that is 2r cube, that is 8r cube. Now packing fraction. So packing fraction, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of sphere, number of particles, there is 1 divided by 8 r cube. So 4 by 3 pi r cube into 8 r cube. So find out this value and you will find this value is equal to 0.52. 0.52. You will find this value is 0.52. Then packing efficiency, that is equal to 0.52 into 100, that is equal to 52%. So packing efficiency is 52% and packing fraction is 0.52. Next come to for FCC arrangement. Packing efficiency in FCC arrangement. So this is simple cube. Next come to for FCC arrangement. So for FCC arrangement, we know what is last previously we have derived. So D equal to A by root 2 and R equal to A by 2 root 2. So R equal to A by 2 root 2 or A equal to 2 root 2 R. A equal to 2 root 2 R. And number of particles in FCC. Number of particles in FCC. How much number of particles? That is equal to 4. Now packing fraction. That is total volume of particle. Divided by volume of cube. So what is the total volume? 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by its A cube. So A cube means 2 root 2 r cube. So derive all this value and you will find out this is equal to 0.78. That is 0.74. You will find out this value 0.74. In this way, packing efficiency that is equal to 0.74 into 100, that is 74%. So packing efficiency 74% and packing fraction 0.74. Okay, next come to packing efficiency fraction or packing efficiency in BCC crystal. In BCC crystal, you know that it's D equal to, we have derived previously, that it's root 3a by 2, and R equal to root 3a by 4, or A equal to 4R by root 3. A equal to 4R by root 3. And number of particles or atoms in BCC, that is equal to 2. Now packing fraction, that is what? Total volume of atom, total volume of atoms, that is spherical atoms, divided by total volume of Q. So total volume of atom, one has 2, and as the radius of the atom or the sphere is R, its volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by 4R by root 3 cube. 4R by root 3 cube. It is equal to 8 by 3 pi r cube by 4 by root 3 cube into r cube. And find out this value. Calculate this. We will find that is 0.68. So here the packing fraction is 0.68, and packing efficiency, that is equal to 68%. In this way, if we consider about simple cubic, face centered cubic and body centered cubic, the more closely packed is in FCC arrangement. That is 74% is occupied while 26% remain unoccupied. In BCC crystal, that is in BCC arrangement, 68% occupied and 32% unoccupied. Blank space are there. And in simple cubic, that is 52% occupied and 48% remain unoccupied. So this is the calculation of packing fraction and packing efficiency. Next come to how we can determine the density of metal, a density of element or metal from this unit cell. Okay, how to calculate the density of elements or the density of. Next come to calculate the density of unit cell. So actually a crystal is the repetition of unit cell. So when the unit cell repeated in three-dimensional way in different direction, it gives rise to the complete crystal structure. So in this way, what is the density of unit cell? That is also the density of crystals. So in this way, to find out the density of crystal or any element, we can also, we can also first find out what is the density of unit cell. So from this also you can determine what is the density of element or metal. So we know that is density of unit cell, that is rho equal to mass of unit cell. Mass of unit cell divided by volume of unit cell. Volume of unit cell. And especially here density of unit cell, we are considering about the cubic system. Only the cubic system. Okay, so mass of unit cell by volume of unit cell. And what is the mass of unit cell? That is, how many number of atoms present in a unit cell into mass of one atom. Okay, so mass of unit cell equal to mass of one atom into number of atoms in unit cell. Mass of one atom into number of atoms in unit cell, number of atoms in unit cell divided by volume of unit cell. Again, what is the number of atoms in unit cell? We have find out, that is, in simple cubic system, number of atoms for unit cell is 2. In body centered cubic system, the number of atoms per unit cell is in simple cubic, number of atoms per unit cell is 1. For body centered unit cell, the number of atoms per unit cell is 2, and for face center, the number of atoms is 4. So in this way, this is different. Suppose this is represented by a letter Z, and mass of one atom, that is equal to Z into M by volume of unit cell, that is, suppose the edge length is A. So as the edge length is A, so Zm by AQ, where AQ, so A, that is equal to edge length of Q, where A equal to edge length of Q, and Z the number of atoms for unit cell, and M mass of one atom. M mass of one atom, and Z, that is number of atoms in unit cell, number of atoms in unit cell. And we know that mass of one atom, if the gram atomic mass of an element is given, then the gram atomic mass, if it is M, then M by N0, Avogadro's number, that gives you the mass of one atom, where M equal to M by N0, where M represents, this represents the, where M represents the gram atomic mass of element, or the atomic mass of the element, or this M equal to Z into M by AQ into N0. So what is N0? That is Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number. And what is this M? So this M represents mass of one atom. This is the molar mass of element. That is the molar mass of element. In this way, Z equal to M. So rho equal to ZmA0, ZmAQ into N0. So this is the formula to calculate this one. And generally, so here mass is represented in gram per mole, and this is represented gram per mole. This is a number, and this is a number. And AQ, this is the edge length. Generally in question it is given in picometer, and 1 picometer equal to 10 to the power minus 10 centimeter, or 10 to the power minus 12 meter. In this way substitute this value and solve this type of problem. So for this is the formula, and this rho value for body centered cubic is, for BCC, sorry, first let us consider for simple cubic. So for simple cubic system, rho equal to, so Z equal to 1, so 1 into M by AQ into N0. For BCC, rho equal to 2 into M by AQ into N0. For FCC. Rho equal to 4 into M by AQ into N0. So there are different factors. N0, that is the Avogadro's number, this is a constant. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So all other are 5 variables are there. Among them, if any 4 are given, then among the 4, if any 3 are given, then we can calculate the another parameter. So there are different parameters are given, and from this parameter, if suppose Avogadro's number also if you don't know, then if there are 5 parameters, if any 4 parameters given, then we can calculate the another parameters. Okay, so rho equal to ZMAQ into N0 for simple cubic. And what is the unit? So the unit is generally represented either in gram or cm cube or in kg for meter cube. So rho generally expressed in gram per cm cube or kg per meter cube. Let us solve some problems. Okay. Let us solve these questions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, starting from question number 4. Let us start from question number 4. An element has a BCC structure with S length 288 picometer. The density of the element is 7.2 gram per cm cube. How many atoms are present in 208 gram of the element? So from here, first we have to find out what is the atomic mass of the element. And as we find out the gram atomic mass of the element, that is equal to 1 mole. 1 mole contains 6.02 10 to the 23 number of atoms. In this way, 208 gram contains how many number of atoms? We can calculate it. So first we have to find out what is the gram atomic mass of the element. So we know that is rho equal to Z into M by AQ into N naught. This is Avogadro's number, and AQ given 288 picometer and 1 picometer 10 to the minus 10 centimeter. So in this way, so here we have to find out the gram per cm cube. In this way, I am using 1 picometer equal to 10 to the minus 10 centimeter. So what is the value of M? M equal to rho into AQ into N naught, rho AQ N naught, then Z. So this term, all these terms comes here, rho AQ N naught divided by Z. And as it is given BCC, in this way, what is Z value? Z value equal to 2. So substituting this value and A given 288 into 10 to the power minus 10 cm. Okay, 1 picometer 10 to the minus 10 cm. A is given, Z given, and N0 value 6.02 10 to the power 23. So substituting all these values in this equation, we find molecular mass M equal to density given 7.2 into given A naught, that is 288 10 to the power minus 10 cube, and given N0 6.02 10 to the power 23 divided by Z value equal to 2. So find out this, and you find out this value is equal to 51.8 gram mole inverse. 51.8 gram mole inverse. Okay. So now you find out what is the molecular mass. In some question it is given, find out the molecular mass. Ionic compound is given, find out the molecular mass. Or if any element given, then find out the atomic mass. So first in this way you can find out what is the atomic mass of the element or molecular mass of a compound. And after that, then you have to solve 51.8 gram of element contain 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of atoms. Number of atoms. Then 208 gram of element contain, that is equal to 6.02 10 to the power 23 into 51.8 into 208. So the answer is 24.17 into 10 to the power 23. 24.17 into 10 to the power 23 number of atoms. Okay, it is clear. So first find out the molecular mass or element atomic mass, and the atomic mass given atomic mass of element or gram atomic mass of any element contains 6.02 10 to the number of atoms, then 208 gram. So multiply by this, you can find out the answer is 10 to the power this much. Okay. Next come to question number 3. So cesium chloride has a cubic structure. Its density is 3.99 gram per cm cube. What is the distance between Cs plus and Cl minus? So here it is given, find out the value of D, nearest neighbor distance. So to find out the nearest neighbor distance, first we have to find out what is the edge length A. Okay, so first find out the edge length A. So we know rho equal to, that is Z into rho equal to Z into M divided by Zm A cube into N naught. Zm A cube into N naught. And actually the cesium chloride has CsCl has BCC structure. So as it has BCC structure, body centered cubic structure, Z value equal to 1. What is the distance between Cs plus and Cl minus? So Z value equal to 1. So here first you have to find out what is the value of M. So it is given cesium chloride. From this formula you find out what is the molecular mass of cesium chloride. So the atomic mass of cesium is 133. Atomic mass of cesium 133 and that of chlorine 35.5. In this way 5, 8, 6, 168.5. So this molar mass of cesium chloride 168.5 grams per mole. This is gram per mole. In this way substitute these values and find out A cube. So A cube equal to Z into M by rho into N naught. So Z value given, that is BCC. For BCC this is 2. M value 168.5 gram per mole divided by rho value given 3.99 gram C per centimeter cube and N0 6.02 10 to the power 23. So in this way you find out this value AQ, that is AQ equal to 70.15 into 10 to the power minus 23 4 cm cube. 70.15 10 to the minus 24 cm cube. And after that, find out what is a cube. So a cube equal to cube root of 70.15 10 to the power minus 24. That is equal to 70.15 10 to the power minus 24. So that is equal to 412.4 into 10 to the power minus 10 picometer. So 10 to the minus 10, 412.4 into 10 to the minus 10 cm. So this value calculated through calculator. So 412.4 10 to the minus 10 centimeter. AQ equal to this much. And again for body centered cubic, for BCC, this D equal to root 3 by 2a. This is root 3 by 2a. So root 3 by 2 into a value 412.4 10 to the power minus 10. So you calculate through this and you will find this is equal to 357 into 10 to the power minus 10 centimeter, 357 picometer. Okay, so in this way you can calculate it. What is the value? We can find out what is the edge length. After finding out the edge length, we can find out the nearest neighbor distance. Next come to question number 2. Sodium has the BCC structure with neighbor distance 365.9 picometer. Calculate its density. So here it is given D equal to 365.9 picometer. And first you have to find out what is the edge length A. So edge length A equal to 2 by root 3 into D. So it is given BCC structure in this A equal to 2 by root 3D. That is equal to 2 by root 3 into 365.9 picometer. So this value equal to 422.5 picometer. Calculate it with the help of calculator. You can easily calculate it. Root 3 value 1.71. Put this and you can find out. And given density. Density equal to how much? That is Z into M by Z into M by A cube into N naught. So Z value for BCC 2, M for sodium it is 23 and A value 422.5 10 to the power minus 10 cube and N value 6.02 10 to the power 23. So put all these values and then calculate it. What is the value of rho? So the value of rho is found to be 1.5 gram per cm cube. It is found to be 1.51 gram per cm cube. Okay, so this is question number 2. Next come to question number 1. Silver forms CCP lattice and X-ray studies of its crystal shows that edge length of the image cell is 408.6 picometer. Calculate the density of silver. CCP means cubic close packing. And among all the close packing, generally or more close packing is in case of face center cubic. So as face center cubic is very closely packed in this way, as it is given silver from cubic close packing, so very closely packed is face center cubic. So it has a FCC structure. So it has FCC structure because it is very closely packed. Among simple cubic, body center cubic and face center cubic, it is very closely packed. So FCC also refers to CCP. And given, so then we have to find out rho. Rho equal to Z into M by A cube into N naught. So Z equal to 4 and M given 107.9. A value given 408.6 10 to the power minus 10 cube A cube into N naught given 6.02 10 to the power 23. So in this way calculate all these values and you will find out this is equal to 10.5 gram for cm cube. So its unit is 6 10 to the power 10.5 gram per cm cube. Okay, so in this way you can determine the different terms what are given. Next come to another portion of this chapter, that is close packing of crystals. Close packing of crystals. Next, now come to close packing of crystals. So the constituent particles of these crystals are generally how closely packed. So to consider how these are closely packed, the constituent particles, that may be atoms, ions or molecules, that are considered as spherical shape. These are considered as spheres. Each particle considered as a sphere, rigid sphere, okay, which are incompressible in nature. So if we consider about one-dimensional close packing, then it gives a layer or a line-like structure. Look here. So this is one-dimensional. One particle just remains above another. So here one particle is in contact with another two particles. One particle is in contact with two other particles. In this way, in this type of arrangement, it gives a line or layer-like structure. That is called one-dimensional close packing. One-dimensional close packing. Next come to two-dimensional close packing. So when we consider about two-dimensional close packing, just one layer remain below another layer, one layer remain below another layer. If we arrange all these layers just below one layer above another layer or one layer below another layer, in this way it gives a planar-like structure. That's why this is called two-dimensional close packing. And this two-dimensional close packing is of two types. One, if arrange the second layer just below the first layer, so that this is in directly contact with another sphere. In this way, this type of arrangement is called AA type arrangement. This type of arrangement is called AA type arrangement. Here, one sphere remain just below another layer or above another layer. One layer, so one sphere remain above one sphere and below one sphere, or one layer remain just above another layer or below one layer, and similarly one sphere remain below one sphere and above one sphere. In this way, so this type of arrangement, so just one sphere remain above one and below one, and one layer remain above one and below one. In this way, this type of arrangement is called AA type arrangement. and this is also called square close packing. If we consider any sphere here, then that sphere is directly in contact with four other spheres. Look here, if we consider this sphere, if you consider in this sphere, then this sphere is directly in contact with four other spheres, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. And if you join the center of these four spheres, then it gives a square shape. That's why this is called two-dimensional square close packing. This is called two-dimensional square close packing. Next, another type of arrangement is also possible. That is, if one layer remains just below another layer, or so that the sphere remain in between the depressions of two other spheres, in between the depressions of two other spheres of first layer, then that type of arrangement and that this is one type of arrangement. And again the third layer is just similar to that of first layer, and again the fourth layer is just similar to that of second layer. If this type of arrangement is there, then that is called AB type arrangement. This is called AB and AB type arrangement. If one layer remains just between the depressions of another layer, and the third layer remains in the depression of the second layer, fourth layer remains in the depression of a third layer, and this type of arrangement is called AB type arrangement. And here, if we consider any sphere that is directly in contact with, that is in touch with 6 other spheres. So look at this. This is in directly contact with 6 other spheres, and when we join the center of the spheres, it gives a hexagonal shape. That's why this is called two-dimensional hexagonal close packing. This is called two-dimensional hexagonal close packing. Okay. So next, come to another, that is three-dimensional close packing. So when the one-dimensional close packing is, it gives a layer-like structure, and two-dimensional close packing, when is there, one layer remains just above another or below another, it gives a plane-like structure. And if one plane remain another, one plane remain another, one plane stuck over another, so then it gives a three-dimensional structure. And this three-dimensional structure is also of different types. So if we consider the square close packing, so one square is there, and one square remain above another square, one square remain above another square. So in this way it gives a cube-like structure. So if one layer remain above, one cube square remain above another, one square remain above another. So in this, if this type of arrangement is there, and we consider the nearest neighbor of the particles, then it gives you a cube-like structure. That's why this is called three-dimensional cubic close packing. This is called three-dimensional cubic close packing. Three-dimensional cubic close packing. This is three-dimensional cubic close packing. And another way it can remain, that is so this two-dimensional square close packing give rise to three-dimensional cubic close packing. And if we consider about the hexagonal close packing, when one hexagonal close packing structure, one hexagonal plane just remain above another, and another hexagonal plane again remain above another. If this type of arrangement is there, then this type of arrangement gives you two type of structure. So one, look here. So this is the, in black pen, this is one layer, and in the red color, this is given another layer. So when we consider about the first layer, there are two types of interstitial space are there. Look here. So this one type of interstitial space I have given in red, green color mark. This is another type one, and I have given by dot, that is another type of interstitial marks. So when the first layer gives the two types of interstitial space, and when the second layer remain just the depression of the first layer, either it can cover the cross interstitial space, or it can cover the dot interstitial space. Look here, in this case it only covers the cross interstitial space, but the dot interstitial space are not covered. So this will remain vacant. And if the so in this way this forms one type of layer, and this layer forms another type of layer. And if the third layer again comes as similar to that of first one, and the third layer remains just as the of first layer, and the fourth layer is just similar to that of the second layer. In this way, that type of arrangement is also called ABAB arrangement of three-dimensional close packing. This is called ABAB type of three-dimensional close packing. Look here, just given. So here is one layer, hexagonal layer, and in between them, suppose this and this is given, and this one is covered by this green color, and but these two are not covered. And again the third layer, this is the first layer, this is the second layer, and then the third layer, and third layer just similar to that of the first layer. So that these dot lines are, if these two are covered and this one should not cover in any way. So this type of arrangement is called ABAB type arrangement. This is called ABAB type arrangement. And if we look at the structure, then it gives a hexagonal close packing structure. It is called a hexagonal close packing structure. So if we consider about this, then it gives the unit cell like this, similar to that of a hexagonal close packing. In this way, particles are present here. Okay, and another 3 particles are present like this only. In this way, and another 2 particles are back of the at the back of the unit cell, So this type of arrangement is hexagonal close packing. This is called hexagonal close packing, HCP, hexagonal close packing. And so one is one type, this type, and another just covering the X interstitial space. And if the third layer is third layer, if remain just covering, third layer remaining, the third plane of the sphere remain in such a way so that it can cover the dot. It can cover the dot spaces also. So first one is one which create 2 type of interstitial space, and second layer remain just by covering the X interstitial spaces, and third layer remain in such a way, third plane remain in such a way so that it can only cover the dot interstitial spaces, and the fourth layer remain such that as of first one, and the fifth layer as that of second, and the sixth layer as that of third. So in this way, 3 arrangements are there. One is A type, another B type, another C type. So in this way, it gave rise to ABC, and ABC type. So this is called ABC type. Look here. So this is one type, this is A type, and these are covered by this. So where this space is not covered, only these 2 spaces are covered, and again this is another layer is there that is covered this space, and so this is the first layer, this is the second layer, just remain above it, and this first layer, second layer, this is the third layer, and another, this is the fourth layer. If this type of arrangement is there, A, B, C, and again A, B, C, so that type of arrangement is called ABC, and ABC. Just first layer is there, second layer crossing the X, and third layer just covering the dots, and the fourth layer just as the first layer, the fifth layer just as the second layer, and the sixth layer just as the third layer. So in this, if this type of arrangement takes place, then that give rise to ABC type arrangement, and that give rise to face-centered cubic structure. So this structure gives actually a face-centered cubic structure, and both of these are very closely packed. If we consider this, then that will give a face-centered cubic structure. Okay, so in this way it can give a face-centered cubic structure. So different types of arrangements are there. So these are called this close packing. In this close packing of this crystals, there arises two types of interstitial voids. The two type of interstitial voids are generally arises due to the close packing of crystals. This is close packing of spheres in crystals, due to the close packing of crystal in spheres in crystals, and that two types are known as octahedral void and tetrahedral void. Next come to voids. So next come to voids or interstitial spaces. Interstitial spaces. There are two types of interstitial spaces. One is tetrahedral void, and another octahedral void. In tetrahedral voids, if the void which is arises by the contact of four spheres, that is called tetrahedral void. So in this way, it suppose three are aligned like this, and another remain just above it. So that what is the blank space or interstitial space arises there, that is called tetrahedral void. Suppose we consider here three spheres. So I have given just by this paper wall, there are three spheres, and just remain another above it. And if these are if you consider the spheres, so this sphere and below there are three spheres. What is the space between them? What is the interstitial space between them? That is called that is called tetrahedral void. So three are there and one remain here. So what is the space here? That is known as interstitial. And that is the interstitial void, that is called interstitial space. So this is called tetrahedral void. So this space is tetrahedral void. This space is called tetrahedral void. Next, another is octahedral void. So octahedral void, the space which arises due to the contact of six spheres. Due to the contact of six spheres, that is called octahedral void. So this sphere which arises due to directly contact with the six spheres, that is called octahedral void. That means if three spheres remain like this, and another three spheres just opposite of it, and what is the space between them? That is called octahedral void. That is called octahedral void. For example, if we consider three spheres like this and another three spheres like this, and it will remain like, look here. So it will remain like this, and what is the space between there? That is called octahedral void. And for a unit cell, generally if there are So for a unit cell, if there are n number of particles, then it has n number of octahedral void and 2n number of tetrahedral void. So for a unit cell, in a unit cell, if there are n number of particles, if there are n number of particles, then there are n number of octahedral voids and 2n number of tetrahedral voids. So for today up to this, and here in this chapter, in this portion, you come to know about what is interstitial void, what is close packing, how to calculate density, what is the distance between the radius, what is the nearest neighbor distance, and how to find what is the relation between nearest neighbor distance and its length. So today up to this.